I'm making this video for me, not for you. Eyes on the opponent. Breathe. Visualize and think through each interaction before assenting to it. If a hand is bad, ship it. Keep the cards that give you the plan. Always have a plan. Have a sideboard guide in order to conserve time. Have a sideboard guide in order to conserve time. Even if you can figure it out on the fly, have a sideboard guide in hand anyway in order to save time. Because even 1 minute of time can end up being multiple turns. The clock is your enemy, especially if you're down a game. But even if you're up a game, the clock becomes your enemy if you start losing. So play fast. And the requirement of that is to have a plan. And a requirement of that is to understand your opponent's plan. And in order to have a good understanding of the plans of each player, it's necessary to grind a lot of games. You're not going to win the format if you haven't played You're not going to win the championship for a format if you haven't played the format in a month. It's just probably not going to happen. Like, your deck list could be outdated. You could be not up to date on the theory or on the cards that are currently meta. Like, there's so many ways that things could go wrong if you're a month at a time. You must be aware and change with the times. And eyes on your opponent. And breathe. Eyes on your opponent. And breathe. How can they beat you? How can you stop that? That's all it is. Because guess what? If you stop them from beating you, you'll beat them. Other things equal. So eyes on your opponent. And breathe. 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 Don't let your opponent cheat. People be cheating, bro. People be tapping the wrong mana for their spells in a last-ditch gambit to not lose the game. I've done that shit. People will do that shit. Keep your eye on your opponent. Don't let them cheat you. Keep your eye on your opponent and breathe. And look at your hand every time your opponent takes an action. Every time your opponent takes an action, you have priority. Every time your opponent takes an action, say in response. Look at your hand, think, or pretend to think. Bluff. 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 Because guess what? When your opponent takes an action and you have a response and you actually have to think, if you're not bluffing beforehand, your opponent will know that you have something and then they can figure out what it is based on the situation. So you must, your opponent takes an action, look at your hand, say in response. Say in response, I do nothing. That's fine. Just say it over and over again. In response, I do nothing. In response, I do nothing. Be aware of when you have priority, because guess what? It's fucking important. Like, a lot of the reason why Breach is the best deck is like because of the way priority works and how you can like mill your win condition and then cast it without your opponent being able to respond, because as soon as the mill trigger is resolved, you have priority again. And like, frankly, like if priority worked a little bit differently, then things would be a little bit different. Like, be aware of when you have priority. Pay fucking attention. Eyes on your opponent. And breathe. And don't